Hi, my name's Danica, and I read Wuthering Heights. There's two main settings in Wuthering Heights. There's Thrushcross Grange, and there's Wuthering Heights. And then the people in those houses, and the houses are foils of each other because Wuthering Heights is it's like really dark and mysterious, whilst Thrushcross Grange is like, happy and stuff. And then the story starts off with Mr. Lockwood as a new tenant for Thrushcross, who wants to be a new tenant for Thrushcross Grange, and then he goes to Wuthering Heights where Heathcliff is, and then while he's over there, he notices that the people are really off and stuff, which kind of relates to the flashback that Mrs. Dean will tell Mr. Lockwood, and that's the whole plot of Wuthering Heights. So Mrs. Dean tells him about Mrs. Dean kind of explains everyone's attitudes in the Heights, and so it starts off with Mr. Earnshaw finds a boy, and then he names it Heathcliff, and then he has two other kids, which are Hindley and Catherine. So at first, even Mrs. Dean admits it herself that she didn't like Heathcliff at all. No one likes Heathcliff but Mr. Earnshaw. But the thing is that like as time goes on, Catherine gets a liking into a really huge liking to Heathcliff, and Mrs. Dean kind of takes him in. But the thing is, Hindley will never like him at all in the story. And then Mr. Earnshaw sends Hindley away to study, and then Catherine and Heathcliff get close to the point where they become in love. And then so Mr. Earnshaw dies mysteriously, and then Hindley comes back and starts taking over. So fast forward, Heathcliff and Catherine were trying to mess with these two kids from Thrushcross Grange, and Catherine meets an unfortunate accident that causes her to stay at Thrushcross Grange, and she's taken care of for a month. So and Heathcliff is treated as a servant by Hindley. And then so when she comes back, Heathcliff doesn't know her at all anymore because she's gotten close to Linton and Isabella, who live in Thrushcross Grange. And then so Linton wants to marry Catherine, which provides an even bigger conflict, and Catherine is torn between wanting to marry for status and wanting to marry for love. Okay, so this is my favorite part in the book where she tells Mrs. Dean about how she's all like, oh my gosh, I'm so in love with Linton because he has money and all this stuff. And she's all like telling her about how it's so bad and stuff. And then she's all telling, and then Catherine tells Mrs. Dean that she actually loves Heathcliff, but the thing is he can't provide her wants, but she loves him. And then Heathcliff overhears this and runs away, and then Catherine goes really sick because of that. But then eventually she marries Linton, and then when Linton and then she marries Linton and she moves to Thrushcross Grange, and things go well for a while. Then Heathcliff comes back being really wealthy. No one really knows why, and Mrs. Dean doesn't think he did it with like morals or something. And then because no one really knows how he got rich, so there's like a really huge jealousy triangle because Heathcliff is still Heathcliff and Catherine are always in love, and then Hindley is jealous of Heathcliff because Catherine is really close with Heathcliff, and then Isabella is jealous of Catherine because Isabella is in love with Heathcliff. And then as for the rest of the plot, you guys have to read the book because it gets really crazy. And it gets really crazy because what's really sad is that Heathcliff admits his love for Catherine in front of Isabella while they're already married, and that got me really mad. And this book really shows about how desires or one's infatuation, like really huge desires, can lead to one's own downfall. And it shows that, it also shows about how status is like a really huge it's like the theme is like status is really important to marry a person, which is bad. And that also it shows, like, it gives us a lesson to let things go because it affects not only the person who can't let go but everyone else around them. Thank you.